Hey, I'm Lee Stone from Chesterfield, a professional jet ski freestyler, and I'm going to talk you through a few step-by-step tricks that the majority of the people are learning these days. Number one, let's go through the backflip. The backflip's a very big trick in the industry. It was only around 4 years ago that people started doing backflips on jet skis, and before that it was deemed impossible until it became possible. The biggest thing about doing the backflips is creating your own wave. You've got to make your own wave to get, it's very similar to freestyle motocross. They have a ramp, we have to create our own wave to make a ramp. So that's very important in getting the rotation. You're sort of going to make a U shape in the water, which is going to create a little ramp. You're going to turn back on yourself, hit the wave. As you drop into the wave, you've got to bend your knees. You want to be as low as you can in the jet ski, so then when you crouch down, you have a trim system which lifts the nozzle at the back of the jet ski, which helps the nose of the ski lift up. So you pull the trim system, you full throttle, you low down in the tray of the ski. As soon as you take off, you're going to open your body up, arch your back backwards and pull in as hard as you can. Very similar to if you're going to do a backflip on a trampoline, you're going to tuck yourself in, you crouch down to preload. As you open out, you tuck yourself in, you're going to throw your head back and go with the rotation. As you're coming down, you want to spot your landing and be on your knees ready to land, so you can bend your knees and absorb the shock. The backflip's a very tricky one to learn. Although it is water that you're landing on, it still is very hard if you hit the water or the jet ski lands on you. We don't have a foam pit or anything like that, so it is a case of you have to just keep trying. If a jet ski lands on top of you, generally if you follow the simple steps, it is a relatively safe manoeuvre. What a lot of people do is they'll go for a backflip, they'll get halfway, and if they panic they let go. Then what you find is the jet ski is going to land on top of you, which then causes injuries. Whereas if you're going to land upside down and you sort of lock your arms out and just hold onto the ski, what will happen is it'll fall on top of you, but it'll just push you under the water, so you don't get injured. It's where you start letting go of the jet ski and it lands on top of you is where you start to get the problems. One of the second biggest tricks is probably the barrel roll. It's where you're going to do a corkscrew. The jet ski is going to turn full 360 in the air. This one's a pretty difficult one to learn because it fully relies on technique. When you go back to the backflip, you can sort of use a little bit of the power to create the backflip, whereas the barrel roll, it is 95% technique because you've got to throw the jet ski away that it doesn't want to go. So again, you're going to create a U-shaped wave very similar to the backflip. As you approach it, you're going to turn the bars all the way left or right, whichever way you want to rotate. So you're going to turn the bars all the one way, you're going to hit full throttle, and what you want to do is you're going to, with your right hand side, with your right leg, your right arm, you're going to lift up your body. Your left side of the body, you're going to push down. So in essence, you're trying to rotate the ski. Now, biggest thing with this trick is your head position. Wherever your head is pointing is where the jet ski wants to go. So if you're going to turn left, you need to be looking over your shoulder and going the way you're rotating. If you keep your head straight or looking away, the jet ski sort of wants to move in its own direction and doesn't rotate cleanly. So it's very important your head position following the rotation of the jet ski. Another big trick is the 360. This is a very popular trick. It's only been in play, I guess, for around 2 years now. Is where you're going to do a complete flat spin 360. So again, it's very similar to the barrel roll, but rather than rotating on itself, you're going to rotate around itself. So again, big important thing is creating the wave right. You have to make the U-shaped wave, same as the other tricks. When you come into the wake, you're going to hop into the wave almost like you're going to do a backflip. So you drop into the wave, you're going to crouch down, crouch your body down. At the same time, you're going to turn the bars left to the right, whichever way you're going to rotate, full throttle, and you sort of want to twist your body, similar to like if you're on a trampoline and you wanted to do a corkscrew in the air. So you're going to twist your body. Again, your head's very important. You're going to look over your shoulder the way you're going to rotate, twist the jet ski. And a big thing is when you're landing this trick is you always need to spot your landing. Because you're rotating, it's very tricky on your knees. If you slightly under rotate or over rotate and your legs aren't straight, it is pretty tough on your knees. So you sort of always have to spot your landing, have your knees crouched, your knees bent, ready to take the impact of the landing.